Good evening. Thank you for joining me again if you've been here before, because it's been a rather interesting evening. Katt Phloxworthy once again. Okay, that looks like it is not pulling the correct overlay information from the source scene. So let me go and find the originating scene for that and then do a refresh on it, because I don't think this thing knows about how to deal with multiple things in one day. So let me do something real quick. And then of course there's this little button here that says reload overlays, and it reloads absolutely everything. And there we go. I don't know what happened, but it wasn't refreshing everything. I think it needed to be refreshed once I started up again, because it got a little stale. I think the handle on that web asset was stale, so I had to refresh everything. So I'm gonna have to really play with it. So in any event, the Pingcord worked, because like you said, you caught the stream cord notification, and of course you're here. And now Stream Elements isn't. I'm not seeing links coming in here, so I'm gonna have to figure that out. Shoot, I may actually have to. I'm gonna have to figure out how that's gonna work. Reason something is no. That may actually be accurate on. That actually may be accurate from YouTube. I have to go look at the. I have to go look at my mail and stuff like that. But anyway, the overlay is actually correct. I only have one field there. If I ever get memberships going on here on YouTube, there will be another open spot there for there will be another motif window for that particular information, and of course there'll be notifications to match. SE mod. Oh, I see. Yeah, that's true. Let's see. Oh, yeah, that's right. Manage moderators. Guess I'll have to do that. I'll do that from here while we're talking about it. So yeah, add moderators. Oh yeah, that's right. Stream Elements has often done that. In this case, remember how I said no backseating at times in my rule box elsewhere? You know what? Screw that rule. We're going for it. Okay, why are you doing this? Let's see. Let's see here. Let's see what happens when we move over to VTube Studio. Oh, I see. Oh, shit. You know what? What is going on here? Yeah, I know. I'm finding that one out the hard way. I mean, the barrier to entry for a lot of YouTube's monetization features is extremely high. And that's one of the reasons why I tend to stream primarily, if not exclusively, on Twitch. But as everybody says, the discoverability on Twitch absolutely sucks hard. And of course, YouTube, everyone knows about YouTube. Not everybody necessarily knows about Twitch, though. Let's see. We're going to do this. I'm going to try that again. Add participants. And we're going to go back to manage moderators again and try and make this work. Oh, that's what it is. Stream Elements. I have to go to Stream Elements page to add them. Oh, at least get the URL for their page anyway. So hang on a sec here. Copy link address. No. We want link address. There we go. All right. Control. Oops. Save. Gonna be really long. Yep. Like you said, it's gonna be a really long path. Let's see what happens here. And another thing I'm going to be looking at is all the various things that have happened recently, and I suspect it's probably another high barrier to entry, and that is all the things about gifting memberships, the whatever what they call rating is here on YouTube, all that stuff. And apparently a lot of stuff needs to be tweaked around so then you don't get stupid idiots like the ones that have been giving Hololive and various other agency and independent VTubers a lot of issues, to the point where they are getting their channels deleted for seemingly absolutely no reason, no fault of their own. So anyway, it looks like things are a lot better than they were, that's for sure. Yes, YouTube has better discovery algorithms, but dear God, it is cumbersome to stream here. But at least I now figured out how to set up a stream such that all my chatting is done on the main computer instead of over on the encoder. Because I at least managed to get that part working, and I can go ahead and uninstall the Stream Elements plugin there. I would have loved to have been able to chat within OBS Studio, but this thing seems to want to assume that that computer is going to be the one actually streaming with all the stuff with the chat and the plugin. I am nothing short of annoyed with that, because I'm not, maybe, well, I don't know, we'll have to play with it. But I somehow suspect it actually expects to stream from it. I'll have to mess with it, because one of the things I didn't do before I started the stream was change the profile, which of course has the RTMP key. Something like that. Anyway. So anyway, it looks like things are working better than I mean, things are working, even though I'm still trying to figure this whole mess out, things are working better than I hoped they would. The Pingcord worked, and just need to do a bit more debugging, which can come on another stream. I think I'm pretty much done with with what I needed to get done. Although, let's see if I wonder if we're gonna get another. One of the things I did is I put several timers in there, basically, that says, basically it drops messages in the channel about my throne. Hi there, how you doing, Conga? Welcome to the stream. I was just doing a bit of a shakedown of my setup, because I haven't streamed on YouTube in a bit. Thank you. And that's the weird part. I haven't seen the overlay go off. Let me go take a look. Go studio. Because I make extensive use of nested scenes here, because I have overlays for Twitch and YouTube in here, and basically I put in a mechanism in there such that I go to a particular scene and say, we're going to do Twitch, we're going to do YouTube, or which one do we want? Sub box on the left didn't update either. Well, I'm in the process of going through all the various the sources. That one is a below the avatar plane element, so let me take a look at that real quick here. Thank you, I appreciate that, because that's one of the things I do here is space flight. Yeah, it didn't. I don't know if that's a peculiarity with stream elements on YouTube. So anyway, what I'm gonna go do, let's see here. Make sure that, let's see, all the lower overlay elements. Those are the upper side. I've basically rendered invisible the Streamlabs ones because I'm in the process of migrating away from them. I gotta go find the endpoints. There's the conduit. Elements above plane, everything is set correctly. The lower conduit is set correctly. Yeah, that's not surprising, especially with all the crazy stuff happening with the various VTubers, especially HoloLive, Nichi-Sanji, as well as all the various YouTubers out, other independent VTubers out there. Although there's some other smaller agency ones that have been hit by this whole mess as well. False ID's got a bunch of information on that, and he and everybody else who's been helping him basically been keeping on top of keeping us informed about what's been going on here. So that's great. So those are the conduits. I'm gonna go check the endpoint here. Huh. Added it as a mod. Let's see. That's interesting. I don't know. Maybe it has to. I'm not sure if that stuff takes place immediately or won't happen until next stream. But anyway, that's just, like I said, this is a shakedown cruise, as it were. I'm in the process of just seeing if everything is working, what's broken, what needs to be fixed. I've already identified a few issues that need to be fixed. And see, opening title, closing endpoint looks good. Yep, that looks good. Usually it happens immediately. Yeah, that's interesting though. I mean, this is on YouTube you're talking about, right? Because basically what I did was I added stream elements as a moderator. But yeah. How many pieces are you using right now? I'm using 3. One is what's actually running VTube Studio, and I got an iPhone sending all the motion data by Wi-Fi over to it. The computer is then sending an NDI stream to this one that I'm seated at. That does all the compositing, and if I'm playing a game, it would be capturing that. And then sending the resulting output to the third computer, the one that's actually doing the packet pushing to YouTube. Yes, three PCs. The idea here is that, let's see, I'm taking the encoding duties off this machine, so then if for whatever reason this computer crashes, the stream does not go down. If I put a monitor and keyboard on there, I can just say, "Hey guys, I've got a problem," or just do it from a phone or whatever. In the case of one stream, I decided to take a bit of an intermission, rebooted the main computer, which I call the Studio PC, just to make sure I had a nice clean setup to work with. And once it came back online, started up OBS Studio, and reestablished my RDP connections to the other 2 PCs. So I can make sure everything is working, and then make sure that everything comes in, and then from there, I switch back to the regular scene and say, "Okay, we're back." The idea here, especially, let's see, in the one case, in the encoder case, I'm making it such that the even though it was originally set up as a diagnostic to see why my stream was crashing when I was playing Black Mesa, I thought maybe a machine, my GPU was overheating. As it turns out, it still kept crashing. But at least the nice thing about that, when it crashed, when I was streaming to the second computer, the stream never went down. I could just reboot the computer, come back online, restart everything, and then continue the stream as if nothing had happened. The idea behind that is that the absolute most reliable computer is the one talking to the streaming service, such as Twitch, YouTube, theoretically Trovo or whatever. And then this one, of course, is the one that is the most is the one of the most likely ones to crash. The other one being, of course, the one that's generating the VTuber. And I don't care if the VTuber crashes. I care even more if this one crashes, and I care the absolute most if the encoder crashes. Because when I did a collab recently with 3 other VTubers to play Phasmophobia, I actually involved 2 more computers. One to encode myself for VDO.Ninja going out, and the other to decode them coming in. And then I had another NDI stream coming in to bring them in, bringing it to a total of 5 PCs. Not to mention, the newest machine I have is the one I'm seated at, and that's pushing 5 years old. So, if you want to help me get a better machine, there's my Ko-fi link there, and of course my Stream Elements tipping links. Yep. Because the idea behind that is that if either of those machines go down, it doesn't affect the stream at all. I could still play the game, I just not be visible, or I just may not be visible to them, and they may not be visible to me or my audience. If any of that makes sense. So basically, the idea here is I'm trying to build as much fault tolerance into the system as I possibly can. And if I have to use multiple computers, so be it. If one machine crashes, it's as long as it's not the one that's encoding the stream and doing all the packet pushing, so much the better. And right now, it seems to be doing pretty well. I'm actually pretty happy with how this system is working overall. It is, and I basically have several little Hewlett-Packard business computers. I've actually deployed something like in my work when I used to have a job, and that seemed to work out pretty nicely. And those things, like, I got like 3 of them for like 100 anywhere between 120 to 150 bucks, and just slightly tricked them out. When your stream fault tolerance is through the roof, I think you have the most overkill setup out there. Yeah. But then again, you look at some of these other people, and they have this machine that's got like an RTX card, the highest end Ryzen they could get, with a shitload of memory and possibly a ton of spinning rust. Although in my case, I'm the one with the spinning rust. Everyone else has probably got SSDs out the yin yang. I got the spinning rust because I do more than just game and play around on this machine. It's also I also do a lot of virtualization, emulation, simulation and stuff like that. And especially lately, I've been playing with old time computer stuff. But yeah, the idea here is I'm trying to put fault tolerance through the roof here. So if something breaks, I want to be able to recover from it relatively quickly. Yeah, it's all SSDs and NVMe drives for most now for consumer PCs. Yeah. I still like having lots of spinning rust in there, because at least you stand a chance of potentially, especially if you have data that may need replacing, you're better off with hard drives rather than SSDs, because SSDs, it's all or nothing. If it fails, all of it's gone. serial ATA SSDs are all are on the way out nowadays. Yeah, but there's a problem with that. There's a big problem with not having not having serial ATA, because I got a shit ton of games on my machine. I still need to have. I've got I've got multiple 4 terabyte drives in this machine, and on top of that, I only have room for 2 NVMe devices, one on the motherboard and one in a 16-lane PCI Express slot that I've got on my machine. So, and I've got an adapter card so I can plug in that NVMe on there. And right now, those aren't being used as boot drives; they're being used as non-volatile cache, using a program called Primo Cache, which allows me to dedicate some portions of the disk as non-volatile cache in addition to actual RAM cache. I'm not actually using the RAM cache. I'm using it solely for the SSD side of the SSD stuff. And I don't have any normal SSDs, serial ATA SSDs. They're both NVMe. And I don't think you can get much more than a terabyte in terms of NVMEs just yet. That's the biggest issue I have, is I want to be able to have more than just 1 terabyte. So, yeah. But yeah, for all the stuff that I do, I need the ability to it's all the stuff is nice and stuff, but too much of that stuff is I don't want too much of that stuff tying me up, as it were. Oh, I see. But not much. There isn't anything much bigger than 2 terabytes out there, not without paying a mint for. Because right now I'm between jobs, and I actually I think we get up to 8 terabytes nowadays. But there is still a problem with only being able to put 1 device in there, and I like having at least 2. Especially considering one of the things I don't like doing is storing my profile information on the same drive as the operating system, as well as all my data on the same drive. That's putting all your eggs in one basket, and that's too dangerous. And I trust spinning Rust far more for that than I do SSDs. SSDs are great for being fast, but if you want data, you want something that you can recover from. Modern ATX motherboard have NVMe slots, not the wazoo. Not this one. This one only has 1. But then again, you also have to remember, like I said, this one is 5 years old, and this one's got the first generation Ryzen on it, the Ryzen 7 1700X. So it's not the most modern processor out there. That's one of the reasons why I want to get into something a bit newer, because then I can do things a lot faster. I'll still probably keep the multiple PC setup, because one of the things I have said, especially given the fact that most VTubing software uses Unity, if I'm running 1 or more programs on this machine that need Unity to run, and none of them are my game, they really should be on a different computer. Yeah. Oh yeah, that'll definitely do it. Yep. Yeah, because much as I'd like to have, and one of the things I've also noticed is that there's nothing that has front-mounted drive bays, and I've got a machine that's running an operating system called FreeNAS, which is my large-scale storage machine, that I need spinning Rust for. There's just no other option for that right now. So this one's just going to be for streaming only. This one machine that I'm at, or a prospective machine I'm thinking of putting together. So this machine, if I wanted to do a streaming machine that was solely, if I wanted to get, hey Bryce. Yep, the Pingcord worked. Managed to get people in here, so that's good. That by itself is good. So basically what's going on right now is I'm just trying to make sure that everything is working as it should. And I found a few bugs that I need to go work out later. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of messing around, because I use one of the things I use is which streaming software do you folks use? I'm just curious as far as for actually bringing your stream online. In my case, I'm using OBS Studio, which is pretty much the only choice you have if you want to do some of the crazy shit I'm doing. Yep, OBS Studio. That is the. I mean, I've looked at Streamlabs desktop. It just. I mean, it's great for beginners. It's great for something if you need to throw something together in a hurry and don't need anything advanced. Anything greater than that, like what I'm doing right here, there's just no alternative. Although you could still do a 2 PC setup by, say, running VTube Studio on another machine, and maybe, in my case, I'm running the Twitch interactive throwing system. But in order to make that work, I have to have another OBS Studio process on that, and then that's to composite it and then send 2 NDI streams to this machine, one for the visual, the scene, and the other for the sound that the throwing system uses. And dang those bugs. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, this is so probably what I'm going to be doing before too long is I'm going to start, as this says that there's no stream activity. So I'm not sure if it's picking up any. I'm not sure if it can actually pick up information about the about new subs on YouTube. Actually, I'm gonna take that out of studio mode because I don't need it anymore. Honestly, I drop in like an a 3700. Oh, R5 3700X on that X370 motherboard. R7, okay. Oh, I wish I had the money right now. I don't have any money right at the moment. I don't even have, I'm between jobs right now, and I'm still trying to figure something out here. A massive brain fart there. No biggie. So anyway, everything seems to be working, and I have some ideas of what needs to be fixed. So I'm gonna have to do a little bit of working out. I'm using the advanced scene switcher plugin on OBS Studio to do a lot of the automation, and also to handle some of the stuff like saying it scans the one scene that says, what kind of stream is this? Is this a YouTube stream? Is this the Katt Phloxworthy Twitch channel or the Phloxworthy Labs Twitch channel? It can flip between either one of them. I have no job. All right. Oh, thank you. I appreciate the kind words, Conga. So, anyway, on that note, I'm probably going to go ahead and just end stream right at the moment because I think I need to get a few things. I'm going to go ahead and go through the setup because there are a few things I need to fix here, and in the meantime, just wanted to say thank you so much for joining me, guys, and helping me figure what's going on this system. So in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and head out right now because I also need to get dinner too. So in the meantime, thanks for joining me, and I'll catch you later. See you soon, and Slava Ukraini. Bye.